Am I here? Can people hear me? I'm going to assume that people can hear me. But I may need to wait until people confirm that they can. I'm going to check if it's working on my own phone. If anyone is here and can hear me, will you tell me so in the comments? And then I will know. I can see a lot of people saying Happy Victober in... Oh, wait. Okay, I think this is... Okay, no, okay, there we go. I think that's just a delay. Okay, people can hear me, that's fine. Sorry for the 2 minutes ramble. You see, usually on BookTube, you get edited Katie rather than rambling real life live Katie. So apologies for the general ramble, but it's okay because most of this live show will not be me talking. It will mostly just be reading. So happy Victober, everyone. There are quite a few of us in the comments. Happy Victober. I hope everyone is excited for a month of many Victorian, lots of Victorian books. So I thought I would do some spontaneous Victober reading sprints sometimes. Basically, like if I have a free evening after work and I know that I'm going to be spending some time reading, then it would be nice to also read with other people. But I probably don't know when I have free evenings or when I don't need to work in the evenings until like the day or the day before. So they'll probably be a bit spontaneous, but maybe there'll be a few of these throughout the month, which might be nice. I will try and do them on different days and stuff. And maybe I'll try and do one on a weekend. I don't know. I'll see how I go, because I appreciate the time is not necessarily great for everyone depending on the time zones. But regardless, I thought it would be fun. And I want to do some reading this evening because I haven't done any reading yet today. So hopefully it'll be nice for people to join me. So first off, what is everybody reading? We have had lots of nice chat on the Discord server already about what books people are reading and what people are starting off with. So I, as I said, haven't done any reading today yet for Victober, except for a little bit of audiobook reading. I did listen to a bit of The Mystery of Edwin Drood by Charles Dickens, which wasn't even on my Victober TBR. I was meant to finish in September, but I am behind on the Mega Dickens read along, which is very sad. So I need to try and finish that off. But I haven't done any physical reading yet today. So this evening, I'm going to start The Doctor's Wife, which I think maybe a few other people will be doing too, because I have yet to read any of The Doctor's Wife, and I would like to keep ahead, or I would like to keep up with the schedule. So I'm going to try and read 2 chapters of The Doctor's Wife now, and then after that I think I might start a play. I might start Trelawney of the Wells by Arthur Wing Pinheiro, because I always think it's nice to start off Victober or any readathon with something really short, because then you can finish it and feel really satisfied with yourself. So that's my plan for Trelawney of the Wells. It's only like 70 pages. I don't know how long The Doctor's Wife chapters will take me, but maybe I can get through these chapters and a bit of this. Okay, I'm going to have a look at who is reading what. Yes, more people starting. Yes, I do remember how to put comments on the screen. More people starting The Doctor's Wife, which is exciting. Wuthering Heights, very excellent book. And a really great one to reread as well, because it is so weird and so complex and deep. The Woman in White, excellent pick. Uncle Silas, excellent pick, and underrated too. I love Uncle Silas a lot. I think it's really great. Good to see other people reading The Doctor's Wife and some Sherlock Holmes as well. Yeah. And some Anthony Trollope, always very exciting. I love Anthony Trollope a lot. He's one of my favorites. I have 3 books by Anthony Trollope on my Victober TBR. In fact, I'm probably not going to finish Trelawney of the Wells tonight, but if I did, the other thing I would read a bit of today is Iola's Angel, which I've got on my Kindle, which I am about a third of the way through. That's by Anthony Trollope too, and it's really good so far. I was hoping I would manage to finish off in September, but I am a third of the way through. So that's carrying on into Victober too. Actually, I think I'm more than a third of the way through now. I think I'm 40% of the way through, and it's very good. It just got very, very exciting. So I feel like I'm being very restrained in trying to read other Victober things, but I would also like to feel like I've been productive in the first day of Victober. What else do we have? Through the Looking Glass. Oh, very exciting. Felix Holt the Radical. George Eliot is not my favourite, as many of you know, but I hope you enjoy it. You'll have to tell me if it's good. That's what I haven't read. The Fate of Fenella. I am excited that I'm going to be reading that later this month as well. I think that'll be really fun. What else? Oh, someone's reading The Picture of Dorian Gray. Another excellent one. Got The Moonstone and more. Wilkie Collins with Armadale and Doctor's Wife as well. More Anthony Trollope. Always makes me very pleased. And what else have we got? Bit more George Eliot here, and some Dickens, who is superior to George Eliot in my opinion. Our Mutual Friend is my favourite book, so I really hope you enjoy it. I think it's truly wonderful. Oh, we've also got someone started Aurora Lee. That's a great one, really interesting novel in verse that I really enjoyed. I'm pleased there's lots of Anthony Trollope here in the comments as well. I'm excited that there's so many people reading lots of different things. John Halifax Gentleman, excellent book. I really like Dinah Mullet-Craik. She's a really great Victorian author, and fairly like underrated, I would say. And then more Brontes, excellent, and a bit of Thomas Hardy, very, very good. Someone has said, does anyone know how bad the Dombey and Son spoilers are in the group read? No, I do not, because I haven't read Doctor's Wife yet. It is really hard to tell from what I know about the Doctor's Wife. So I don't know. I had a vague idea that I could be really prompt or get ahead with my reading of the group read and then warn people when spoilers are coming and how bad they are. But I obviously haven't managed to read any of the Doctor's Wife yet. So we will see. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I kind of hoping that it's thematically, but we will find out as you read, and I will try and warn people in the Discord server if I can, if there are like Dombey and Son spoilers coming up that are really bad. But yeah, what else? Wuthering Heights and Anthony Trollope are always the best. And The Haunted Hotel by Wilkie Collins, not one I've read, but I do like Wilkie Collins a lot. And Kate is here as well. Hello, Kate. Reading New Arabian Night short story collection. Exciting. So I think let's do some reading because that is what we are all here for. So I think let's read until like 8:30. Well, it's 8:30 for me is the next half hour, but I appreciate everyone is in different time zones. So we'll read until 8:30 the next hour. Obviously, I appreciate some people may like head off whenever, you can drop in and out of the live stream, and also there's not going to be much talking for the next 45 minutes to an hour, and then we will check back in after that and see how people have got on, whether I managed to read the 2 chapters of The Doctor's Wife. I should do, and how far I get through Journey of the Wells. That's the one I'm reading. So for anyone who's just joining now, we're gonna sit and read for a while. I will turn off I'll mute myself, but I'll still keep my camera on and read a book. And you guys should read your books too. As I said, there's not going to be much talking in this live show, so I hope you all have books with you. Otherwise, it will be very boring. But please sit down and read, and we will see how we all get on. So yeah, that's all. I'm going to sit back and read now, and I will mute myself. But yeah, say hello and let us know how you're getting on if you are coming to the live stream as you go. And for now, otherwise, I will try and remember where my muting button is. Oh no, there we go. I found it. All right, we'll check back in a bit. Right. It is 8:30 where I am, maybe other half past where you all are. But I hope that everyone has had a good little hour of reading, nearly an hour of reading. So I read the 2 chapters of The Doctor's Wife for today for the schedule, which I really enjoyed. This is really fun so far. I very much enjoyed all the talk of sensational novelists and the mocking her own genre that Mary Elizabeth Braddon was doing. I thought that was very, very fun. So I'm kind of curious to see what will happen with that. Yeah, I thought that would be just, I'm really enjoying the sensation novelist fun. And it's very witty so far. So I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen. I'm kind of assuming that, what's his name, George. So I've just finished chapter 2, and chapter 3 is called Isabel, and I'm wondering if George is going to fall in love with Isabel and she's going to be the Doctor's wife of the title, because he at present has no wife. But yes, so far really enjoying that. And then I also read the first act of Trelawney of the Wells, which is a play, and this is it's really fun to read for the drama theatre prompt for Victober this year, because it's a play, but also it's about the theatre and about actors. So in the first act, we're following a young woman called Miss Trelawney, known in the Wells Theatre as their kind of great rising star, but she's leaving the stage to go and get married, and everyone's kind of saying goodbye to her in the theatrical world, and her fiance doesn't fit in very well with the theatrical world. So I feel like this can be really fun, and it's a very quick read. So I'm hoping to get through this either the rest of this evening or tomorrow. So I'm going to have a look at the comments since I last went through them properly. Where am I? This is where I started reading, I think. Well, that's exciting, Leonardo. Well done for your PhD. I hope it goes well. That'd be exciting. George Gissing is excellent person to write about. Someone's starting some William Harrison Ainsworth. That's exciting. I haven't read anything by William Harrison Ainsworth, but I've just read The Fraud by Zadie Smith, which is a historical novel from like last year, but William Harrison Ainsworth appears as a character, so I'm now quite keen to read something by him, and I might try and read The Lancashire Witches this Victober. I've got an audiobook of that from the library, so I'm hoping I'll manage to read that. Somebody reading The Princess and the Goblin. That's another one I've been meaning to read for ages. I've read a bit of George MacDonald, but only his like adult fiction, not his like children's and fairy story stuff. Hello, Roz. Glad you made it. And Hannah's books as well, and Brian from Bookish. Very nice to see lots of booktubers here. Someone said Claire Potter's reading The Mysterious Case of the Victorian Female Detective, non-fiction work. That sounds really interesting. And Milena is here as well. Hello, Milena. In fact, I forgot to show earlier in my reading of the things I have been reading, I have some very nice bookmarks, which are from Milena's bookshop. And they're very, very pretty. So I have a Jane Eyre one, which is currently in Trelawney of the Wells. And then I have a Wuthering Heights one, which is currently in The Doctor's Wife. I have, gone for specific Victorian literature bookmarks for my Victober books. And then somebody reading Charlie's Aunt, great play, very, very funny. Brian's reading The Last Chronicle of Barset, which is an excellent, excellent read. Quite a few people reading The Doctor's Wife, which is really nice. And Wives and Daughters, what a glorious book. That's always very fantastic. It's nice that quite a few of us read the first couple of chapters of The Doctor's Wife in the last hour, which is really fun. And some weeks started East Lynne, another wonderful, wonderful book. What else do we have here? Somebody reading Dombey and Son. That's another absolute favourite of mine. And somebody reading Shirley, another great one. And while cooking at the same time. And someone else started Trelawney of the Wells. Very exciting. I hope you're enjoying it too. I think it's really fun so far. And Daniel Deronda, my favourite George Eliot. Not that she's my favourite author, but I do quite like Daniel Deronda. And somebody reading Gaskell's Gothic Tales. Very exciting. And Roz has been reading The Doctor's Wife. And yes, I very much enjoyed that line too about the public buying its literature like it's pudding in penny slices. In general, I just am really enjoying the style and the tone of The Doctor's Wife so far. And actually, the two previous books I read by Mary Elizabeth Braddon, both of them, I just really loved her writing style. Like, it's very, very quick and fun and easy to read for me, which is really nice. So I feel like I'm going to enjoy The Doctor's Wife, I hope. I'm looking forward to reading more of that. What else? Oh, yes. Mugby Junction. Excellent read as well. Another one that I really enjoyed. I was going to ask in general, I don't know whether an hour is a good, or like 45 minutes to an hour is a good amount of time for a reading sprint, or whether it would be better to do it in like 2 halves and do like half an hour, have a brief chat, do another half an hour. I don't know. We can see. Maybe I will vary my structure when I do other reading sprints. But I thought this might be fun to do here and there across Victober, mostly if only to encourage myself to like definitely sit down and read for an hour in a block and get some good reading done. So I'm probably going to log off in a second, unless anyone else would like to share what they're reading. But I had a good reading hour, and I'm glad that I read, the beginning of the group read and also the start of Trelawney of the Wells, because Trelawney of the Wells so far is really fun. I think I'm going to really enjoy this. I just really like Arthur Wing Pinheiro. I feel like he's got a great way with words. And in general, I just really enjoy reading plays. I feel like they're really fun to read. So I will go away now. But I hope you all had a good reading hour. Happy Victober. I hope you've had a good beginning to your Victober and done a bit of reading. And we'll do some other reading sprints. Well, I don't know why I spoke about myself in the plural first person there. I'll do some other reading sprints at some point. I suppose maybe I just meant we collectively, this group of Victoberers. I think that's the term Ros used the other day, which I like. We'll have some other reading sprints at some point, Victoberers. And yeah, happy Victober. Hope it all goes well. And yeah, happy reading. And I will see you all very soon.